Today I'm going to be changing the oil in my car. I got my car up on the ramps and parked. I want to make sure the parking brake is engaged. All right, first thing I do before I get started, I just loosen the oil fill cap here, just to make the flow better as it's going out underneath when I remove the drain plug. And for my car being a hybrid, I always use the Mobil 1 Hybrid 0W20 and just your standard Fram oil filter. And I change mine at least every 5,000, sometimes less. This is not a hard job at all. It just takes a little bit more time than normal cars because you have this undercover that you have to take off. These are 10 millimeters here. You've got 7 of those, 5 up front and then 2 at the very back. And then you also have 2 T30 screws, one on this side, one on that side that you have to remove. And then you can take this cover off, then it goes pretty quick. Okay, I got the cover off. There's the oil filter and there's the drain plug right there. It's a 15 millimeter. Let me go grab my drain bucket and we'll get started. All right. Now we'll do the rest by hand. Make sure the buckets are bands where I want it. I try to keep this from dropping into the pan, but sometimes I lose it. I think I got it. There we go. All right, perfect. I'll just set that over to the side and wipe it down real good. I'll let that drain all the way out and then I'll get this oil filter off of here. I'm gonna let that continue to drip. Pull this over to where my pan is underneath that and the oil filter. And I will go ahead and take the oil filter off using my oil filter wrench. It shouldn't be too hard. All right, should be able to get it off by hand here pretty soon. There we go. Just take it off. Now this is going to have a lot of oil come out of it. I take it off just like that. So we'll just let that sit there and drain a little bit. I'll get that all cleaned up now. Let that all drain out before I put the new one on. So I'll take my new oil filter, get my finger in this old oil real quick. Just like that, and just kind of go around the top of this just to lubricate that O-ring on top. There we go. With the oil filter, just put it on and screw it on, and just want to snug it up with your hand. Don't use any tools or anything on it. And that's it. That's it for that. Now I'm going to put my drain plug back in. I wipe down my drain plug. It's nice and clean. I'll just put that in there like so, like that. I'll get my 15 millimeter socket and tighten it up. All right, nice and tight. Full of oil. All right, I've got the oil in. Now I'm gonna look underneath, make sure there's no leaks. Don't see any leaks. All right, I'm gonna put the cover back on. We'll be done. All right, I got the cover back underneath. All right, I'm just gonna back the car up off the ramps and let the engine run for a minute or two. Then I'll check the oil again. But right now I'm gonna reset the oil level. Let's go. Your options menu here. Go to the left one time. Settings, vehicle, oil life reset. Set to 100%. You have to hold the middle button, which is okay. And it is resetting. And it is set to 100%. All right, reset complete. The oil level is perfect. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's right below the upper hole there. That is just perfect level. So I got my old oil in the oil pan, the oil drain pan, and there's my empty 5-quart container. So I'm gonna take this and pour it into here. That's why I put my ramps on the side of it to keep it from tipping over when I pour the oil. And then once I fill this up, I will cap it, put it in my car, and next time I go by AutoZone or O'Reilly's, I'll just drop it off and they'll recycle it for me.